covering the northern Bahamas? You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. Mental health is generally a taboo subject, and those who suffer from mental illness do so in silence for fear of shame, rejection, or the stigmas attached to this very serious condition. Tonight, in the first of a three-part series, we will hear from a woman who has suffered from anxiety and depression for over 2 years. She's telling her story and telling us why it is time to break the silence. She's a beautiful mother of 3, a wife to a well-known businessman, an author, as well as a business owner. But 2.5 years ago, Krishna Bo says her life changed.
To tell people I've buried my mother, I buried my father. I've been in the delivery room 3 times with natural childbirth, and this is still the most horrible experience I've ever had in my life. I know it may sound overly dramatic to those of you who do not understand the demon that it is, but it was kind of surprising to me, and because I'd never experienced anything like it before, I was not really in close contact with any persons that would have experienced it.
Bo says just before the first onset of anxiety and depression, she experienced some stomach pains and spent thousands of dollars to many doctors. She believes that this may have triggered the beginning of a mental illness.
You know, basically, after I started to get better physically, when I experienced that illness that I spoke about, I started to get worse mentally. And, you know, I really did not know what was going on. My family didn't know what was going on, because all of a sudden, I was just afraid of everything. That's how it started for me. I was afraid of everything. I was afraid of dying. I was afraid of getting ill. It got so debilitating at one point that I could not drive my vehicle. And it was really, really bad. And at first, I didn't know what was going on with me.
She then called a friend who has a degree in psychology, who informed her that she may be suffering from anxiety or depression. Bo says living with this illness is not easy, but she credits her faith in God, her husband, her children, friends, and support system for helping her to get through.
I thank God that I am a believer, because I believe that ultimately that is what got me through and continues to get me through, because it's not easy. And, you know, I had a few sisters at my church recognize that I was in a real bad place. And one sister in particular came to my door every day for, I think, about at least 6 weeks. Every single day, just to get me through my days.
She is advising residents who may be suffering from any type of mental illness to seek help, adding that they cannot do it alone. Bo says despite the helplessness and frustration one may feel on a daily basis, it is imperative to take it one day at a time.
My days comprise of, I'm in survival mode, and I'm still in that survival mode. And when I say that, that's not a good thing that's not a good way to be. But that's you get to a point where you just have to survive your days. It's not about even living, it's about getting through the day. So our whole way of living has changed in the last 2.5 years. If you've not gone through it before, you don't know a lot of this stuff. You don't know that, you know what? If you're going through depression, you need to stay away from negative people. It sounds like a little thing, but you need to stay away from negative people, because they could really, really hurt you, and they can cause your condition to worsen.
She adds that the time has come to break the silence on mental illness, and the only way those suffering from this illness can do that is by seeing a doctor, their faith system, and finding a strong support team. Switching gears now, a major book drive is underway on Grand Bahama. Minister Whitney Bain is collecting books for the people of Africa in the parking lot of the Tree Root Plaza. He says while on a mission trip to Liberia, the residents told him that they would like to have books to educate themselves. He says so far he has a trailer filled with over 100 boxes of books.
The initiative started on Friday, September 14th, and it's going to continue until the 22nd of September, Saturday. And then on Monday, the 24th, you know, customs will come, inspect the container, and they'll close it up, seal it, and then I'll have to, you know, pay for having the item shipped off. The community has been exceptional so far.
Now, Bain says more books are needed, as well as old computers, clothes, and shoes, as well as financial donations to assist with shipping the container to Liberia.
I think it's important to help others because we have often found ourselves in need as well and have been looking for others to support us. And other persons have come from near and far sending support and aid our way. I think it's only fair to reach out to others. When we are aware of their needs, we can reach out to them and meet those needs. And so the seeds that we're sowing in Liberia and afterwards Sierra Leone, those seeds will come back to us. We may not see the fruit of it right now, but it'll come back to us in other ways. I think it's more blessed to give than to receive.
Now, for more information, you can contact Minister Whitney Bain at 458-0675. And now it is time to Ask the Doctor.
Hi, and welcome. Peggy from Freeport asked this question. I eat a lot of blueberries in my fruit salad and in my oatmeal because I heard it's good for your heart. Is this true? Thanks for your question. The short answer is yes. Berries have been shown in clinical and epidemiological studies to be good for heart health. In general, fruits and vegetables are high in antioxidants, but berries in particular have a high level of antioxidants called flavonoids, which researchers have shown possibly improves circulation through blood vessels, prevents plaque buildup in arteries, and promotes healthy blood pressure. There are 6 berries that researchers believe, if consumed a few times a week, can have great health benefits, like lowering your risk for a heart attack and cardiovascular disease. These are strawberries, blueberries, acai berries, raspberries, blackberries, and cranberries. Berries are not only colorful and tasty, they're also low in calories and a great source of fiber, folic acid, calcium, and vitamin C. So consider starting your day with adding a few berries to your oatmeal, yogurt, or a smoothie. I'm Dr. Monique Pratt, and this has been Ask the Doctor.
Don't go away. A check on sports is up next with Romiko Knowles.